Let's talk about how to find books on the online card catalog in the library. The online card catalog front page looks like this. These are books that are related to these topics, so you can see that right now you can choose from the TASHOS list for 2016. TASHOS are the award-winning books that are high school level, and you can just scroll through those looking at covers that you like, clicking on them if you find them interesting. Last year's TASHOS books are here. Dystopian novels here, satire here, and then anything that we've gotten in the library recently is here. These will change periodically as different independent reading comes up in English class. So if you do have independent reading in English and it's a specific genre you're supposed to check out, chances are that there's a link to it during the time period you're supposed to be reading that so you can see what's available in that particular genre. Now, if you're searching for something beyond that, for example, for research, you have this search bar here at the top. This is called an omnisearch bar. That means it will search all keywords that you type in. So, for example, if you're looking up concussions in sports, I could type in concussions in sports. I could type in an author. I could type in a series title. It will search all of those simultaneously and pull them up. So I'm going to go ahead and search. And I had 2 books come back in the library. I can see here, this one is fiction. So if I'm doing research, that's not going to be useful for research since it's not real. However, this one is nonfiction. And so that one could be used for research if it's over what I'm hoping it's over, something that's related to my topic. To get more information about it, I can click on the title. Then I'm going to be taken to this page where I can see the subjects. So this particular book discusses concussions in the brain, soccer injuries specifically, sports in general, high school athletes and college athletes. So if my topic is over sports injuries and high school athletes, this would be a good resource to go to. It's got some notes here as well as a summary. This will let me know even further whether or not this particular book will be useful for my research. It also tells me the length of the book, so I know if I can actually read it in the time allotted. Now, when you're doing research, you're obviously not going to read the book in its entirety. You could use the index or table of contents to go specifically to those sections which are the most applicable to your topic. However, if this was a fiction book that I was reading for independent reading per se, then that might be useful to me. If I only have 4 weeks to read it, can I read 1,000 pages in that length of time? Some people can, some people can't. The next useful information, once you've decided that, yes, this is a book I'd like to use for my research, is the shelf location and the status. This book is checked in. That means it's available in the library right now. So I could go ahead and check that out for my research. And then the shelf location tells me where in the library it's located. This particular book is located in the 600, 617.1 WIL. If I don't know where that is, I can ask a librarian and they will direct me in the right location. Now, if I had not found something that was of interest to me, perhaps I would just type in concussion. I can change my search terms. When I type in concussion, I get back 7 results, so it opened it up a little bit. If I were to get multiple results back, I could go over here and I can narrow it down. So for example, if I look under collection, I can see 5 of these books are fiction and 2 are nonfiction. If I'm doing research, I already know I need only nonfiction. So I might as well go ahead and choose nonfiction so anything I'm looking at is actually going to be useful to my research and a possibility to use. I can't use any fiction in my research. I could also narrow it down by publication year. Both of these are fairly up to date, 2014, 2015. So if I'm wanting the most current information possible, these would still be in the running. However, if it had said 1987, for example, I would probably want to get rid of that particular book because things might have changed as far as how to treat for concussions, how to identify signs of concussions, and so forth. I could also narrow down by subject. Maybe I look need to look specifically for high school athletes, or I'm looking specifically for information on prevention, I could click those, and only those items that have information about prevention would remain on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And here's this one: is enough being done to protect athletes from concussions? So perhaps this is the book that I need for my research.